Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let's thank for the gift and opportunity given by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Ladies and gentlemen, we often face the crisis of health. There are a lot of people suffer because of this condition. It is the same with the number of mortality and morbidity is still high in our nation. So what we should do? What we have to do? What we need? We need a change. Ladies and gentlemen, from that background in this occasion, I would like to deliver my speech, and the topic of my speech is about the role of health students in creating culture in Indonesia. And before I deliver my speech, let me to introduce myself first. My name is Rina Rosliana. I'm a midwifery student in Poltekkes, Bandung. Ladies and gentlemen, the role of health student in creating culture in Indonesia is very important. Let's see the definition of health students before. Health student is an intelligent person in the healthy side. So why they have important role to make the conditions of the health in the nations better? There are a lot of roles to the health students to do in creating culture in Indonesia. But if we analyze, actually there are 3 points of the role of health students to do in creating culture in Indonesia. The first one is and the agents of the health. It is same with as the provider of care. As the second is the agent of a change. The third is the agents of development. Ladies and gentlemen, back to the first point that the agents of the health or provider of care. We are as the health student have the obligations to make the access for society to get the facilities of health care be easier. We are as a student, we cannot only focus on the academic, but we have to give the providing health care in the middle of society. We have to cooperate with the other department, from the doctor, nurse, midwife, nutritionist, and the analyst of the health, and then the sanitarian to cooperate with each other to make the conditions of the health in the nations be better. And for the second is and the agent of a change. We are as the young generation. There are a lot of opinions in the society. Actually, they think the good health is only owned by a rich person. No, we must change that opinion. Every people in the world have the same change, have the same right to get good facilities in health. So why that we have to give the counseling and educations to the society so they know how importance of the health. So ladies and gentlemen, make them know. Make them care, make them want to do the actions to make the condition of the health be healthier. And then in the higher level, we can contribute to a change of the regulation and national command. And then for the third, ladies and gentlemen, as and the agents of development, we can be researcher. We can take the focus in the department that we take, and then we can make the research result to implement in the providing healthcare, ladies and gentlemen. So of course, it is the good benefit to develop our knowledge, and then our obligation is to make from the unhealth conditions be a health condition. Why? Because it is our obligation, same with in the regulation 1945 in the fourth paragraph, that our obligation to protect of the Indonesian and entire motherland of Indonesia. And then we have to include in the SDGs 2016 to make the condition of the health in the nations be better, ladies and gentlemen. So actually there are a lot of actions we can do. We can give the counseling, we can do the positive action. It is not about the negative demonstration. We can join in some event actually, such as like in the World Without Tobacco Day, in the HIV Day, and in the others. From the basic things we can give a checking vital signs actually, ladies and gentlemen, until the complex thing in the society, ladies and gentlemen. So of course that it is our obligation as the health student. And now, ladies and gentlemen, actually in the conclusion that the role of health students actually in creating culture in Indonesia is very important. There are 3 roles to make the conditions be better. The first is the agent of the health, and second is the agent of the change, and then the agents of the development, ladies and gentlemen. And specifically that we can be the provider, we can be the educator, we can be the advocate, and then we can be the researcher, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't live in the movie Harry Potter. We should do the effort. We should try hard to make the conditions of the health be better. We are, as the young generation, when we see the crisis like this, we cannot only sit down without doing something, but we have to do the action, the positive actions, to do some event, to follow some event, such as the seminar and then the others. They're checking the physical sign, they answer the complex things that happen in the society, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are, as the young generation, we are, as the health students, that we have to believe that we are, as the health student, we can create the health students, the health of the Indonesians be better and better. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all my speech. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.